Are you tired of struggling with web layouts that just don't look right on different devices? Do you want to take your web design skills to the next level? Well, you are in the right place. In today's tutorial, we are going to demystify two powerful tools in the world of web design, CSS Grid and Flexbox. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to refine your skills, stay tuned because by the end of this tutorial, you'll be creating stunning responsive layouts with ease. Let's get started. First, let's talk about Flexbox. It is great for one-dimensional layouts like rows or columns. Imagine a row of items you want to evenly space and align within a container. That is where Flexbox shines. To start, I have already created a card with items in it and have provided some basic styling. So we have 3 flex items inside our card container. To start using flex, we can go into our card container and set the display to flex. Now, you see that all our items are same height and show up in a row. If I shrink our browser, you also see that the items are adapting to the window size. That is what Flexbox really does. Now, inside the card container, you can lay out the elements across the axis and align them inside the container. And for the items, you can specify how you want them to flexibly grow or shrink inside the container. So to align our items on the main axis, we use justify content to control the horizontal alignment inside our container. Right now, our main axis has a flex start attribute applied to it, which means that all the elements will align at the start of the main axis. If, for example, we wanted to pack the elements at the end of the container, we can change it to flex end. And if we use center, our items are going to get centered along the main axis. We can also use space between to evenly space the items with the first item at the start and the last item at the end. Or, if we want to evenly space the items with equal space around them, we can use the space around attribute. Or to evenly space the items with equal space around and between them, we can use space evenly attribute. If we wanted to lay out our items on the cross axis, we'll use the align items property. By default, our items are set to flex start. They are aligned at the start of the container along the cross axis. To align the items at the end of the container along the cross axis, we can use the flex end attribute. To center them along the cross axis, we can use the center attribute. When we use the stretch attribute, the items are stretched to fill the container along the cross axis. The baseline attribute is used to align the items such that their baselines align. Let's clear all that and leave only the flex property. Now, if we want a column layout instead, we can just use the flex direction property and set it to the attribute column to change it to a column. And now, you can see that our flex items show up in a column. If we wanted to center the items vertically and horizontally, then we have to increase the container height to say 800 pixels and use justify content center and align items center to center the items vertically and horizontally in the container. We can also start to talk about the different properties we can apply to the different flex items. If we want to prevent only one item from changing its size based on the browser size or the window size, we could go in here, use the flex shrink property, and set it to 0 so that no matter how small our browser gets, it won't shrink like the other elements. And if we wanted our items to grow bigger, we could simply set it to flex grow 1 and it will take up the remaining space whether our browser is large or small. If we also want to achieve a responsive layout right from the start, we can use the flex wrap property on our card container and set it to the wrap attribute. This will make sure that, depending on the size of our window, our flex items are going to wrap. So on a smaller screen, it is going to wrap to a column layout. Let's clear all this. And assuming we needed to override the cross-axis alignment of a property, we can do that with the align self property. So if we wanted our third item to be at the end of the container, instead of stretching the full height of the container, we can start by setting the container height to 800 pixels and use flex end to align the third item to the base of our container. And now you can see that the item aligns itself to the end of the container. And that is everything you need to know in order to get started creating Flexbox layouts. Remember to practice and experiment on your own to solidify your understanding. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss any future tutorial. Leave any comments, questions, or topics you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy coding!